So, Frank Lampard's first away match managing Chelsea. In his first spell, he conceded 4 against Manchester United. In his last game for Chelsea, an away match against Manchester United, and guess what? He's gone and conceded another 4. So, welcome to the match review of Manchester United 4, Chelsea 1. So there you have it, guys. Just 48 hours, is it? No, 2 days, 2.5 days until this nightmare is over. This season's over. I actually had a dream yesterday. I had a dream that we had lost 8-0 against Manchester United and Frank Lampard was crying. Then I woke up, but at least it wasn't 8. It was only 4 this time, and we scored a goal. Well, 1 ahead of Ireland. That's something to be cheery about. So, if you can't laugh, you might as well cry. But if you can't cry about it, you might as well laugh. So, this is where it is. I don't even care anymore about the results at Chelsea. So I'm not really bothered. The season was done. The season was over. But you know what? I thought we played okay today. It was an enjoyable game of football, especially for the neutral. Both teams were wasteful in attack in the first half, but Manchester United took their chances. We didn't, and this epitomised our season in that first 10 minutes. We had chances, wasteful in front of goal, give away an easy goal after 5 minutes to Manchester United. Poor defending from Fofana, Koulibaly. Fofana was terrible today, shocking game, and they know that Casemiro's good in the air. They gave him the freedom of Old Trafford, and he's not going to miss from where he was. But before that, we had a scintillating move. I thought, whoa, what's this? Sharp passing, first time passing from front to back. Lewis Hall, who again I thought was impressive today. Okay, he made a mistake for that second goal, but he's still young and growing. But from what I've seen of him, I think he's going to be a real star of a player. We need to make sure that we have a proper pathway for this guy, because this guy, he's got confidence, he's got everything. And so it ended with him playing a fantastic ball over to Modric, but Modric, poor finish. I ain't going to get on the guy's back. Okay, he was terrible. He wasn't great today. He made some, in the second half, he showed a bit of pace and everything, but it's about confidence. This guy's come into a new league. He's come from a country which has been hit by war. So this guy, give him a little break, guys, because I know some people are on his back already. And we saw what happened with the likes of Salah when they first came to Chelsea. He was raw, but you can see the talent. You can see the ability in this guy. So, give him a couple of seasons, and plus coming in, not only when he came in, if he came into a settled squad, then he would have probably done better. But he's coming into this mess of a club at the moment, so it's going to be even harder for him to settle down. But the glimpses I've seen of him, I've got hope for him in the future. So anyway, after Casemiro scored that goal, we had other opportunities to score. Kai Havertz, I've given Mr. Modric a break, but I can't give Kai Havertz he's been here 3 seasons now. Was it 3 or 4? He's run out of excuses for me. This guy doesn't offer us anything, and I'll be happy to see the back of him. I'm sorry, and I won't regret it. Even if he does well at another club, I just don't like him. I just don't like him as a player. He doesn't offer us anything. Okay, he's living on that Champions League final goal. That's why people give him a bit of a break. But oh man, that header that was easier to score. He thought he was playing for Manchester United. I thought because that was more of a defensive clearance than an attacker. He was invisible in the box as well, not making his presence felt. And I don't know what he gives us. Who's going to set by him though? Bayern's going to get him? There's not a lot of suitors, I don't think, out there. And that says it all, because if he was putting up trees, you'll see a host of clubs after him. I haven't seen anyone linked with him. There's a loose links with Bayern, but even they said that he's, I think Tuchel looked at him, but even Bayern are saying he's not the right profile that the club needs at the moment. So where's he going to go? Don't know. But yes, and then Gallagher, come on, Gallagher, you got to be scoring that excellent ball by Enzo. And Enzo, I hope he doesn't get. I'm glad that Enzo signed a 7-year contract, because he's looking at this team and thinking, what have I done? Get me out of this prison. And he must be feeling like that, because he was frustrated so many times, this guy. But hopefully next season, when we are coached properly, then hopefully he's going to see more of those, delightful balls and things not going to waste. So we waste a lot of chances. And then another simple goal. As I said before, Lewis Hall caught out of position a little bit, and it's an easy tap in for Martial to make it 2-0. Second half, we were penetrating down that side as Modric was getting a lot of joy down that, beating Wan-Bissaka for pace. And not a lot of people do that, actually. But again, although some passages of play were good, the final ball wasn't there. And I forgot to mention that there was a time in that first half as well where Havertz, again, a simple ball to play to Gallagher, and he overhits it. So it's things like that in the final third, and that's been the story of our season. And what I want to say, because, okay, they made it 3-0 with a soft penalty, but what I want to say, where's the consistency? Because there was a challenge on Madueke, there was a challenge on, who was it? Was it Modric or somebody else? Which weren't even looked at by VAR. And then this one, which was just, as I said, I don't think those two were penalties, and I don't think Bruno Fernandes one was. But he's quick to point to the spot for the Bruno Fernandes one. But yet the other two, he just waved them away. If he's given that Bruno Fernandes one, he's got to give the Madueke one. Because that was soft, but it was just as soft as the one that Fernandes went for. So come on, guys, a bit of consistency. And then when they made it 4-0, the Fofana, sorry, that penalty was Fofana's fault. First of all, he got nuts and he showed a little bit of inexperience, but as I said, it was a bit soft. And he just, I don't know, his head went, and then that fourth goal, he was to blame as well. And at that point, when they went 4-0 up, I was thinking the worst. Could have been worse. Granaccio, or whatever his name is, who came on, hit the bar, could have made it 5. Oh, boy, that would have been terrible. After laughing at Manchester United for losing 7-0 against Liverpool. But we got a little bit of, as I said, a little bit of decency in the scoreline, a little bit, by scoring a goal. And João Felix came on, showed some nice touches, and what a finish. Good run and good finish. And this guy, if we can get him on another loan for next season, I still can't justify spending 80 million on this position when we need other positions to fill. That's the reason why I say that, is because, okay, if Mount goes, that's a no-brainer. We'll get him, because what we can do, we can spread the payments over a period of time. So if Mount goes for 70 million or something, then he can come in and we atomize the fee, and we won't be hit by a lot of financial fair play. So a lot would depend on that, but he does offer us something. He's got a little bit of class about him. But we're getting Nkunku in as well. Would he play those two as 10s and then proper centre forward maybe? Kai Havertz goes, then yeah. So if we can get a buyer for Kai Havertz, then yeah, we definitely have to bring in João Felix, because there is going to be room for him and Nkunku in the side. Big shout out to Chukwuemeka as well. What a game he had. Fantastic game. Madueke in the first half was okay, fell away a bit in the second, but why hasn't he had more opportunities? I don't understand why Chukwuemeka hasn't had more opportunities. He looks so graceful and calm in that midfield. He's got that physicality as well. So I had liked him. Frank, come on. When he was there the first time, he played a lot of youngsters. I'm not sure why he's not playing a lot of these younger players now. And if the older players, pros, were performing, I'd understand, but they're not performing. So come on, we could have had a few more better results had he had a little bit more faith in some of these youngsters. But you can't play a lot of youngsters all the time, because as you said, as you can see, their heads went a little bit after that third goal. But then, as I said, we showed a little bit of determination. And even at 4-1, we were still fighting, which I like to see. The guys, there's nothing about their endeavour, and they showed fight today. They showed a little bit of pride. But as I said, these guys need proper coaching. Some people say we're far off. I disagree. I don't think we are that far off. I just think with a proper coach, with more confidence, and we get the right players, there's talk about Ugarte being a €55 million deal being agreed by some source. I'm not sure how true that is. I need to verify it. But if we can get him in as a strong holding midfielder, deep lying midfielder, a sitter, DM, getting a proper centre forward, a serious centre forward, that's what we need, and a goalkeeper, then with proper coaching, I think there's not a lot that in this side. We hit the ground running next season and we'll be okay. If you look at Newcastle last season, they just scraped relegation. They got away from relegation last season. Okay, they finished the season on a high, but from a team who was, 14th or 15th, they're in the top 4 now, so it can be done. It can be done, guys, and we've got 1 game a week next season, so it can be done. I know there's a lot of doom and gloom at the moment, and what you got to realise, guys, it's just this season, because we've sort of had a lot of upheaval in the squad and everything else, and things have just gone from bad to worse. It's a confidence thing, and the confidence has been ripped out of these players. Proper direction from a hard taskmaster like Poch. I think that we'll be all right for top 5 next season. You heard it here first. So you know what? Who's ringing? Who's that? Who's ringing that? Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was my son's phone. I'm not sure why. Yeah, but I just feel that we can get there, guys. We can get there. Let's have a bit of faith. So I'm not giving up on this group of lads. So roll on Sunday, and then let's get ready for the next season. So what do you guys think? Stick your comments in the section below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.